Hey cigar lovers, it's Delicia and thanks for stopping by Cigar Vixen channel. Today I'm going to be lighting up this beautiful new Hoyo. This is the Hoyo de Monterrey. This is made by General Cigar and it looks slightly familiar if you were, if you had a chance to try last year's Hoyo anniversary cigar. This was their 150th birthday that they made last year, again with this kind of a newer, contemporary looking, eye-catching, different design altogether on the name. And so this actual cigar kind of mimics that one that came out last year. This is a slightly different blend. They are using the same wrapper, however this wrapper has been fermented a little bit longer, but it's still that Habano Esteli grown Nicaraguan Habano wrapper. So beautiful flavors on this one. The actual blend consists of a little bit of a mixture. So there's 3 different tobaccos. There's a Pennsylvania Ligero, there's Esteli and Omnetepe, so Nicaraguan different tobacco, again coming from Esteli with a little bit more of that strength, and then Omnetepe that has that very flavorful tobacco. And it's saying that all of the filler leaves have been aged for longer than 18 months. And so you're getting a nice little blend of different flavors there again. And then of course the binder is an Ecuadoran Sumatra. So that helps with the combustibility and you know, the burn altogether on it, because when you use some of that heavier ligero, it can tend to affect the burn rate. So it's important that that blend is very well thought out. And so this one is it smokes really good actually, and there's a lot of good flavor. So I'm very excited to smoke this one with you today. Again, just to reiterate a little bit about that band, it's very similar to that one that came out last year. The exception is that the one last year had the little foot band that said that it was the 150th anniversary cigar. So this new one, although it has that similar band, it is not that same one, just tweaked it slightly. That being said, let's go ahead and light it up, shall we? So I'm going to go with just a little straight cut. So it has kind of a little bit of a musty, oily type of an feel to it. Now the looks of it, it's absolutely beautiful. Again, it has a very nice light oil sheen to it. It's not toothy, but you can definitely see a lot of the veins, and yep, you can definitely see how that ligero's in there. They did do a different type of roll on this one, not your traditional. So interesting enough. Let's go ahead, like I said, and just light it up. I'm a nerd, so I can sit here and inspect cigars forever and look at them and look at all the little details, but let's face it, the really good part and the fun part is just lighting them and smoking them, right? Because at the end of the day, what really counts is, does it smoke good and does it taste good? That's what I think anyways. Yum! Again, hits you right away with that nice toasty, kind of a warm, earthy element to it, but I just love that toastiness. It's so inviting. It makes you just want to smoke. It makes you very excited. It makes me very excited. Hopefully you guys get excited too, but it's such a nice initial welcoming. I mean, that's the only word. I say it a lot, but it's really like the only way I can describe it, that, you know, if a cigar is welcoming, it's like it just invites people to want to smoke it, you know, time and time again. This one has that right away, the first puff that you take, which is great. There's nothing worse than when you first puff on a cigar and you're kind of like, you know, it doesn't hit you with that, you know, that invitingness about it, and then it kind of makes you like, you know, you shouldn't have to wait for the cigar to get good. It should right away it should taste good, in my opinion. Yep, so it definitely has little bits of kind of a cocoa. You get some cedar in there. You definitely have a creamy type of a finish. Good flavor. Get a little bit of a tickle of some spice in the back. I have a feeling that's gonna ramp up a little bit. Yep, got a little bit more spice on that one. Just kind of lingers on the tongue a little bit. So as always, I'm gonna smoke it down a little bit more and check back in with you for the second third. Talk about some flavor changes. So getting into the second third, I'm actually gonna take the band off now. It's kind of a large band, which looks cool for marketing, but when you're smoking it, I don't really like to take the bands off until the last minute. I'm kind of weird about it. Some people take them off right away, like my brother takes them off before he even lights a cigar. It bugs the crap out of me. I don't, it's personal preference. There's no rhyme or reason to it. It's just kind of a thing. So I'm somebody who likes to leave the band on as long as possible. So these bigger, larger bands, I'm not super huge fan of, but it doesn't really matter. Anyway, so the flavors, very good. Getting in this second third, a lot of kind of mocha coffee-ish, the cocoa, getting a lot of those flavors, and you're still getting some of the spice. In fact, it kind of just, the same as it was in the first third, it kind of just lingers on your tongue for a little bit, but it's definitely in the background, which is cool for me. That's some of the flavors that I actually really enjoy when they have that more cocoa-y type of thing, but this one actually has that good combination of the mocha going on, so really tasty. Smoking excellent, haven't had any burn issues. In fact, the burn line's like spot on, the ash is solid, everything's going great, so I'm just gonna enjoy it and continue to do that and check back in with you for the final third and let you know about any other changes that come in. So down to the nub on this little baby. It's been a very enjoyable smoke. Towards this last third, there haven't been a ton of changes on the flavors. The spice on it has ramped up a little bit more, so more of that black pepper spice. That's probably the only difference. You're still getting the cocos, get some of that mocha in there. Very nice flavoring and overall a very nice smoke. I forgot to mention earlier that this is available in 4 different sizes, and it has a really good price point. So if you're somebody that is more of a value shopper, like you stock up on lots of different cigars, this is a good one to go with because it's going to range, always depending on location, of course. It's going to range from about $5.50 to just under $7 for, depending on the size. So again, 4 different vitolas on this one. And it's also exclusive only to brick and mortars, which is cool. Love to see that, supporting our brick and mortars more and more. So overall, again, good smoke. Thanks for joining me. Stay tuned for the next one. Cheers.